Hello, everyone. Welcome to those of you joining us live today, and also welcome to those of you who will be watching the program on as a replay. I am Yvonne Jones, relationship marketing strategist, personal business coach, international speaker, and best-selling author. Now, as the founder of the 50 and Wiser community on Facebook, I am honored. I am deeply honored that I have the privilege of sharing these women. It's comprised of a community of dynamic women who want to do more, give more, and be more. And I'm delighted to sponsor these women and sponsor them in the spotlight. And today, it's my honor and pleasure to be sharing this platform with my good friend, Fran Asaro. Now, before I formally, Fran will be talking about how to build a rock-solid, sellable business foundation through email marketing. But before I give a formal introduction, let me just share with you a little bit about how I met this amazing, warm-hearted lady. Now, in 2012, I was a member of the Stuart Martin Chamber of Commerce in Stuart, Florida. Now, I had met a lady, and we were doing a one-on-one get-to-know-you appointment. And I mentioned to her that I was thinking of starting a mastermind. And she immediately said, "Oh, you should talk to my friend Fran." Okay. And I got her number. So the next day I called this Fran. Now, what I thought would have been a 5 to 10 minute conversation turned out to be about an hour. And to be continued. We discovered that we had a lot in common, and over the years, we have done a lot together. We were both founding members of the Women's Prosperity Network Stuart chapter in June of 2012. And we just have a mutual respect and love for each other. Isn't that so, Fran?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Great.
I'm a big Yvonne fan.
Thank you. And so I want to tell you a little bit about Fran on a more formal basis, and that is that Fran is a lifelong entrepreneur, and she's the founder of Thrive Anyway, where she helps entrepreneurs start and grow online businesses in a very unique way. Now, as someone who resists structure and authority, Fran built 3 successful businesses from scratch, from the ground up, by listening to her inner guidance and also by creating a foundation that fits her like a glove. Now, she now helps independent, structure-resistant, fly-by-the-seat of their pants entrepreneurs to thrive beyond their circumstances with systems that honor their pace and their path. Now, with her non-cookie cutter approach, this attracts those who are looking to create a balanced life as well as an efficient business. Now, one of the ways that Fran does this is by designing very unique and personalized systems that allow for age-appropriate lifestyles. Got that? Age-appropriate. In other words, she helps people over 50 work like they want to, not like they have to. I love that. So today, Fran is going to give you a taste of how building just one system, that's an email system, can create a rock-solid foundation for your business. So Fran, welcome. Again, I'm delighted to share this platform with you today.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here. I mean, it's going to be fun if it's you and I together. We seem to laugh and giggle all the time, and what a gift for you to ask me to be here. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome, and I'm delighted. So now, let's get right into it. So many people, online marketers, coaches, consultants, they put a lot of emphasis on spending marketing time and spending marketing dollars on social media. And we know that social media is no longer an option. If you're in business, you do need to be on social media. But I noticed that you put a lot of emphasis on email marketing. Why is that?
Well, first of all, I don't want to take anything away from social media. I'm a social media queen, just like a lot of people out there. But I think email marketing is a missing piece for many reasons. And Yvonne, you and I have both been teaching systems for a long time, structure and everything. That's what I love about you, is we're very much in sync about both important. I want people to take note that it costs money to do social media marketing if you want to get paid ads. And if you don't, then you're not reaching everybody because of algorithms. So you tend not to be reaching all the people you could be reaching. Mm-hmm. So with email marketing, ever since I was a realtor back in the 90s, when email was first coming out, I became an email marketer, which catapulted my real estate business. And I've just been a real advocate ever since, except that some people think it's old school. However, when you sign up for almost anything, whether it's the bank or somebody's program or somebody's product or service, what do they ask you for? Your email address. Mm-hmm. Why? Because that's how they stay in touch with you. That's how they are able to keep a business that they can control. And even if they send you an email that you never open, you are reminded, unless you unsubscribe, you are reminded that they exist. And if and when you are ready for whatever they have to offer, you're going to have that available to you. So, sometimes I don't buy from a certain store, but I keep getting their emails. When I'm ready, rest assured, I'm going to call them or I'm going to click and see what they have to offer. But here's the really important thing. With what's been going on with COVID and any other time there's something going on that in the world that has things a little bit suppressed, imagine that you had a product or a service that you wanted to reach everybody to tell because you had to switch a little bit because of the times. Or you have something, a sale, or if you have something new you want to tell everybody, imagine that you can reach them at the touch of a button. That is really important, especially at this time. And that's why people are coming to me now, because they have no email system and they could be in better control. And lastly, I'm a joint venture partner. That means I work with people who want to work with other people so that you can support each other's businesses. And you collaborate. And one of the first things a joint venturist will ask you is, what's the size of your list? Mm-hmm. Now, why would somebody ask you that if they didn't find value? These are very successful people who are making a lot of money and they want to share you and you share them. Why would the size of your list be important if email marketing wasn't important? So I'm trying to tell people that why not get a foundational business, a foundational system with your email marketing so that you become a valid business and something that could even be sellable later on because people will be buying your company with a list.
That is awesome. And you touched on a point there a minute ago. What research right now, during this period of history that we're going through, the research indicates that the companies that are thriving, the businesses that are thriving, some of them in niches that you wouldn't even believe that people would be supporting now. But the ones that have cultivated, have built a list over a period of time, they're the ones who are thriving now because now they are top of mind. As you mentioned, they're top of mind. And so instead of people worrying about where am I going to get this, they're now, a word that I find is overused right now, they've pivoted their business. I know, it's so overused. What is the latest buzzword? But pivoted their business to an online business and they're able to stay in contact with their subscribers. Yes. So there's a lot of value in what you just shared. So for those of you who are just coming on, you're watching The Wiser Woman in the Spotlight, and today our featured guest is Fran Asaro. And now if you have any comments or questions, please go ahead and post them in the chat, and Fran will be happy to answer them on the live, and if she's not able to, then she'll follow up with you. All right, so Fran, my next question is that what you just explained, you explained it very well about the importance of email marketing. Now, what do you personally recommend for those people who have not got any emails? They have not got any email addresses.
Yeah, there are a few things I want to share about that. But first I want to say that most people who don't have an email list, there's a reason for it. They don't know the tech part of it. They don't know the content part of it. They haven't seen the value of it. So those things have to come into play. So there are people who can help you. All you have to do is find the importance of it. And then there are people who can help you if you can't do it yourself. But let's say you have a sphere of influence, whether it's on social media or something, you go to network marketing events locally, then you can always ask people, tell them, say, listen, would you like to be a part of my mailing list where I keep you abreast of everything that I'm going through? And start building it that way. You can also create opt-in forms and lead capture forms where you can either offer something for free or a newsletter where people will give you their email address. If they're seeing value, they will give you an email address. And if you don't know how to provide value, that's where you might come to somebody like me or Yvonne or somebody else to help you create content. Also, how many people out there have gone to events, whether it's a convention or a training for entrepreneurs? I've been in many 3-day intensives where I have been in breakout sessions with hundreds of people, collected so many email addresses and so many business cards, come back high as a kite from these events, how fabulous they are, and sit with a stack of cards that I never touch. I mean, how many people do that? And so if you start cultivating those cards, and you could do so now, and I'll tell you about it in just a second, but if you're doing that, you are missing out on everything that weekend was about. It was about creating relationships. Those people know you now. You have something in common. Use those email addresses. They are gold. And how you could do it now, if they've been sitting on the shelf, you call every single one of them and say, we met at such and such a place, and I haven't kept in touch, and I would like to keep in touch from today forward. And then you add them to your list. So there are people that you even know right now that you can add to your list, and you don't want to add them without them knowing if you haven't been in touch with them yet. So I do suggest that. And then once you get started, you start an autoresponder series where people will hear from you regularly, but you don't have to do it. It's a series that, and anytime you have somebody come into your system, they get that series that starts. And you ask them, please pass this on to somebody else who might be interested, or please tell your friends about me. So you ask them to share about you. People are willing to share about you if they like what you do. I share about Yvonne all the time. I love her. I want to tell everybody about her. So if she asks me to do something, I'm typically a yes. So definitely the idea is to start thinking, your mindset is the most important, is to have the mindset that an email address is gold. Instead of being afraid, think of it as gold, and that is the thing you're going for. Even if you're going to give a free webinar, you just want to get email addresses. Don't go for the sale. Go for the email address, because then you're in touch with them forever.
Yes, great information. And as they say, the money's in the list, right?
Yep.
So, Fran, for many people who are hearing your voice, they're hearing the song, it's beginning to make sense to them, especially what they've experienced during this pandemic. But it may seem intimidating to them. And I know this because I've tried to get offline individuals of brick and mortars to start an email list, but they find it so intimidating. So what do you suggest? What would you suggest to these people who want to, our viewers or audience, or anyone else who is going to be hearing about this, who want to implement an email marketing system as the foundation of their business? What are your suggestions for them?
Yeah, so first of all, you and I, again, have been talking about this with our people for years. And I think I had this aha moment just a few months ago when I realized that people need hand-holding. If you tell them to have an email marketing system and leave them, chances are they're not going to do it. It's one of the reasons why I now call myself a virtual partner and not a coach, because I like people who want to sit on a call like this and we learn together and do together. Now, I'm not saying it has to be me, but for some people, it's very simple for them to set up a system. So then I just recommend, if this is making sense to you, that you find an email marketing system and you set it up and get started right away. And some people are really great at content, and they just don't know the tech part of it. So write your content and then find somebody who'll set up your system. Once you have the mindset that it's important, there are people out there. You don't have to do everything. You just have to get it done, right? So you can find somebody to do that other stuff. You can't find somebody who's going to change your mind. So you find that. So if you have no clue where to begin, find somebody who can help you. And I happen to be a certified constant contact partner. And so what that means is through my link to Constant Contact, I can offer exclusive discounts. And I happen to be a big Constant Contact fan, been using it on and off for years. And all of a sudden I realized they have such a great system now that's simple to learn. And once you set it in place, you are now like Ray Kroc and McDonald's. You know, you have a system in place. Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. So with my exclusive offer, you can get, first of all, you can get up to a 60-day trial where you can experience the background of the system for free for 60 days. And once you want to go live, I can offer you 30% off for the next 3 months. And also, right now till September, we're offering a free forever website. That's fantastic, because normally that's going to cost $20 to $25 a month to host. You can have it for free. Now, what you can do with this information is you can take all this information, sign up with my link, and you can do it yourself. We can do it together, or I can do it for you. So one of those are your choices, or somebody else. I always like to say it doesn't have to be me, just get it done. But if you are listening to this call and you mention in any communication that you do with me that you want to join with my link, then I'm offering 2 free hours to anybody who signs up for a paid plan. So, and I also offer my services to anybody who wants me to handhold them throughout the whole thing, building auto responders, building their email systems, building their website. I can do all that if you want to. And if you go to my site, thriveanyway.com, and then there's the Constant Contact section, you'll be able to experience my prices if you do want to check into it.
Wow. You have shared a lot of information today, Fran, and I know that email marketing is huge. And even just to get started, as you were alluding to a few seconds ago, there's a lot. And you could continue talking for another couple of hours about the why, about the where, about the how, and so on and so forth. But since we are limited in time, please share. You mentioned your website. Is there any other way that our audience can get in touch with you?
They can email me at fran@thriveanyway.com or go to thriveanyway.com, and there are sections where it tells what I do as a virtual partner, and there's also a section for the Constant Contact. And, you know, I did want to say this real quick thing, because I know we could go on for hours, Yvonne. I'm sorry if I already went too far, but please
No.
email marketing system as, I call it the new puppy syndrome. If you get a new puppy today and you spend 3 to 6 months of constant attention and teaching this puppy how to do things your way, teach it tricks or teach it to behave, whatever you want to do, and you just love it and you embrace it for 3 to 6 months, you're going to have a great dog for up to 15 years. Well, treat your business like that. If you're going to do an email marketing system, let's have the new puppy syndrome and get started slowly with fun. I have to have fun with everything I do, so let's have some fun creating something your way. So if you're a fun-loving person, let's put fun-loving content in. If you like to be giving and generous, then we'll make content like that. So I do recommend that people come in, like I said, with the right mindset, so that we can create something that is very personal and it's the essence of you that's coming across, not the professional only.
Awesome. Fantastic. So you have given us your website. Give us again, please. Repeat the website again, because it's so very easy to just kind of go by. So for anyone who didn't catch it the first time, just repeat your website one more time for me.
ThriveAnyway.com. That's THRIVE, anyway.com.
Awesome. Well, Fran, it has been wonderful. Thank you for being an amazing guest. And it has really been a pleasure to have you here and are sitting side by side, although we are miles apart.
I know. Now, when we hang up, we'll get back on. Is that how we're going to do?
Well, we can do that.
We're going to have a good friend talk.
That's right.
Thank you for having me here.
You're welcome. And thank you, everyone, for being an attentive audience. Thank you, Linus, for being here. Unfortunately, with StreamYard, I have to make the comment is that I probably should have told you that you have to give StreamYard permission to give Facebook, allow Facebook to show your name.
Can you see
that? Yeah, so Linus is here. She's awesome.
I love that.
But we also have some other Facebook users. That's all we're seeing. And we thank you for being here and thank everyone for being the attentive audience. If you're watching live or if you're going to be watching on the replay, it would help us tremendously if you, when you're watching the replay, you just put in hashtag replay. So that will let us know, who else saw the information, who saw this good content that Fran has shared with us today. And of course, we value your shares. So please feel free to share this video with your network. And if you're a woman who is 50 and over, then I invite you to come over and hang out with us in the 50 and Wiser community. It's a safe, warm environment. And it's, as I said before, it's comprised of dynamic women who want to do more, give more, and be more. So until next time, this is Yvonne A. Jones and
Fran Asaro.
saying thank you and bye for now.
Bye-bye.